Donna has lived in the Oaks in Santa Paula for 6 years, and she's a retired paralegal. Donna Hamer.
I live in the Oaks and was evacuated, as others were, in the early hours of December 5th. When I returned to my home, I was grateful to find it was okay, but smoke had settled inside, and I set about the task of airing out the house, washing and cleaning everything to get rid of the smell. The fire left me edgy and brain fogged. Maybe some of you had that experience as well. I still am. After the fire had passed Santa Paula, we were advised to keep our eyes open and our head on a swivel for possible flare-ups. You may recall those words. I took this recommendation seriously. One evening, I was standing in my purple bathrobe, ready for bed. I looked out my kitchen window where 10 days earlier I had seen the wall of flames through the trees of the Thomas fire burning up the hills. The evening was unusually quiet, but the wind was blowing hard again. Everything looked black outside, but I thought I saw a flame burning on the hill across the creek. I took a quick check through the house to see if I could see anything from the other windows. I couldn't, but when I returned to my kitchen window, I was certain there was a flame, and it was moving. I grabbed my cell phone and I punched in 911 to report what I was seeing. The operator took my name, address, and phone number and asked me to hold while she connected me with another agency. I then spoke with another person who took the same information and asked me to confirm that it was fire I was seeing. Yes, I said impatiently. I can see it clearly through my window. It's on the hill across the creek where we just had the fire. After I hung up, I grabbed a small flashlight and I marched down to the creek to get a better look. It was pitch black outside, and I walked as fast as I could with my tiny light. When I got to the creek, I looked to the northwest and down to the northeast. I could see nothing that looked like flames. However, I noticed a helicopter making a pass along the top of the hills across the creek. I was reassured that the authorities were on it, so I headed back home. When I got home, I checked the neighborhood website on my computer to see if anyone else had noticed any flames. When I pulled up the website, I saw a notice to all neighbors, urgent, alert, all in red, capital letters. I held my breath and I read on. It said that a man dressed all in black with a small light was heading for the creek. The next post asked if the person had called the police. And the reply below said, "No, not yet, but I'm doing that now." I sat down and I quickly typed a message that it was probably me, as I had just been down to the creek to check on the flames I had seen. Then I waited for a response. It took a while. The police had come quickly, and the woman who posted the notice was left explaining the situation to them. I looked out again at the kitchen window just to be certain the flames I had seen were still there. That's when I realized that the wind was moving the tree leaves across a gas flare, which made it look like flickering flames. The very same gas flare that had been there since I moved into my home 6 years ago. It was a comfort to know that my neighbors were looking out for us. I was also happy I lived where the police made a quick response to a service call. But it did make me laugh to realize how I must have appeared to the neighbor who was probably just as edgy as I was after the fire.
Thank you, Donna, the man in black. Yay.